then you're gonna look at me still. This is just us going live.
Okay.
Did you know Walgreens is out of network for some Anthem policies?
No.
I don't know if that's true. Hello.
Okay.
All right. Should I ask you how picking up the antibiotic went?
Sure.
Hey, Julie. Any luck getting your antibiotic?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Today I have the red lipstick on, and when I have the red lipstick on, I get pretty fired up. So, I've got a couple things I want to talk about, but really quickly, before I get started with my day, I want to update the people on what it's like for a physician and a physician's spouse, that would be me, to just get maintenance medicines from our Anthem plan, which we pay a whole lot of money to care for us. So, prescriptions, if you have a cash price on maintenance medicine, so not like super expensive ones, not like branded drugs, but they're cheaper and then they're faster, because guess what? We don't have the insurance company meddling in there and trying to manage us. I don't really need a whole lot of managing from my dumb insurance company, considering that I spent 36 minutes on hold to get Anthem on the phone yesterday. So, two highlights here. This is Dr. Bach's prescription from Walmart, okay? Got nothing to hide here. Steve Bach, he's a physician, and he wanted, his dermatologist wanted him to be on Keflex. The generic of Keflex is what we got. So our stupid insurance, Anthem, still hasn't gotten it filled at Walgreens. So Dr. Bach wrote himself this prescription yesterday and sent it to Walmart, and the cash price was $5.72. So today I'm going to call the Walgreens that his dermatologist sent this prescription to 2 days ago and see how much that's going to be. It's already been delayed 2 days. Trust and believe it's north of $15. So why do we put up with this? Why do we put up with this? We should not. Because unless you get hit by a bus, these people aren't going to pay. It's you. Now, granted, when you do cash prices on maintenance medicine, it doesn't count to your deductible. But again, I've got a $3,000 deductible. So unless I do get hit by a bus, I'm never going to have prescriptions that are that much. Okay, at the same time, I got a prescription, a refill for myself on my, where's the name? It's a generic for Celexa, yes, of course. Anyone that's old enough and honest enough will tell you they're on an antidepressant. I've been on Celexa for decades. I think probably 28 years, because that's how old my oldest daughter is. So I take 40 milligrams of Celexa every day. So my stupid insurance costs more, and if I cash pay it, I got a 90-day supply for, you ready? 10 large, $10. Let's make it rain, folks. And then I don't have to have the doctor prior authorize it, my primary care. I don't have to screw around with the delays, and I don't have to wait around. So Walmart can be really efficient. Obviously, I know some people don't like them, but when it comes to running to get a prescription up the street, I could get these two. So for Dr. Bach's medicine, I was out $5.72 for a 14-day supply, but we didn't have to wait. And for my cash pay medicine, 10 large for a 90-day supply. Big insurance, big PBM, costs more, and you get the delays. Stop putting up with this. The answer is get your employer to direct contract with the folks doing the work. I would love to be supporting an independent pharmacy, but guess what? These fools, the PBM, Pharmacy Benefit Manager, so you got your Express Scripts, your Optum Rx, and CVS Specialty, they put most of the independent pharmacists out of business in this town. So we used to get them all filled at St. Louis Heart and Vascular Pharmacy, but that shuttered about 4 months ago. So thanks to the PBM, they're putting pharmacists out of business, they're making patients pay more, delaying patients. This is not healthcare. Gotta just do the right thing, pay cash, and forget these fools. Questions from the people?
Nice.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, let's look at this. Ooh.
Is this live?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's
Also-
horrible to delay antibiotics 2 days.
Oh yeah, for sure it's horrible to delay antibiotics 2 days, particularly when you had 16 stitches in your back from a dermatology procedure and you're a physician and you're at work waiting for this stupid medicine. Super, super marginal care. That is Anthem.
Can't even get my Adderall either.
Of course you can't get your Adderall because you have the same insurance I have, which is Arthritis Center, fully funded Anthem.
Opinions on Humana claims, sorry. Oop. Humana claims.
So Humana is, I don't have a ton of patients that have Humana. They don't have a very big market share here, but they're pretty much really into that Medicare Disadvantage stuff. So, you know,
Can't we get Katie Porter on the algorithm? It's the computers denying us. Do we think Katie Porter would actually cover this?
who's Katie Porter?
A news reporter.
Oh, yes, Katie, call me, text me, send me a carrier pigeon. I would love to talk about this. I would love to shed the light on the underbelly of these people right here. This PBMs, they are driving costs up, quality down, and they're harming everybody, every patient. They harm the patients, the employers, the physicians, and the taxpayers. It's like a quadruple bypass of nonsense with PBMs.
Sorry, she's a congresswoman out of California. She's not a reporter.
Yes, I
Ooh.
love that.
I'm so sorry. Long-term care folks feel this the most. That's
Yeah.
what we deal with mostly.
You know, everybody feels this, and when we need to stand up and start calling these people out, you know, we're doing the very best we can, but it breaks my spirit when I can't even get my physician husband a freaking antibiotic for 2 days, and he pays $2,000 a month for this crappy Anthem plan. I have the same crappy plan, I cash pay my stuff. So, you know, the answer is we stand up, we stand in our truth, and we advocate and educate for access to care. Big problem, we can't count on our legislators because they're all on the hook. Representative Eric Burleson in Missouri and Representative Sam Graves in Missouri, they voted for the PBMs in the legislation instead of the people. We the people get the jam job, and these two people support the PBMs. And one of Sam Graves' representative, now like I don't even know how a representative needs two representatives as another middleman in between the taxpayer and the legislator. His middleman, literally we're on a recorded call with them and they're like, Sam doesn't make any apologies for supporting the PBMs because we want to support rural hospitals. Get real. You guys are just literally on the dole with every one of these people. It's no coincidence that St. Louis, Missouri is the home of Express Scripts International, the big PBM here. So I'm gonna have an extraordinarily difficult time ever changing any legislation. It's just not gonna happen.
I work in pharmacy claims. I don't make the choices, just share info, and it's so sad every day. And then Pittsburgh Mastiff said, I worked in SNF/LTC wound for years. It's sickening what insurance does to these patients.
It really is. It's all unsustainable. But we're gonna go down fighting one patient at a time.
Well, and people seem to think with our new prior authorization form, patients are going to be the ones that are harmed.
So here's the thing. Let me just tell you guys, I support prior authorizations on expensive drugs. I don't have a problem with that, even though the insurance company knows way less about it than this office does. We've got to do something, and the only way to do something is to stand up and say, this isn't right. I'm not going to make my patients do a prior authorization. We will do them. It's just going to be a 3-day delay. And if the patients want, they can cash pay these and get out of the insurance company racket.
Well, and I called my insurance yesterday and I started the prior authorization for them. That way my doctor could just answer the stupid clinicals that they already have in 32 hours and we could get it filled because doctors' offices don't have time to do prior authorizations if they want to see patients. It's not
too much.
realistic.
The administrative burdens, the broken glass that the insurance company, but more so these crappy PBMs put in front of patients, NG, no good.
Hey George. Hey George.
Oh.
He's a big fan. He
All
always
right.
comments.
Well, maybe we should interview George on one of our TikToks. Why don't
Yeah.
you set that up? Claudia?
Okay, George, email me. I also love your 2024 letter idea. I'm invested to see how they react to that.
Well, you know what?
Tell the story about the person that did it.
Okay, so there's actually precedent set. So in 2008, a doctor, if you look at us on Twitter, I actually posted, retweeted his video.
Arthritis STL.
There it is. And he put that original piece together, and then he started, when the insurance companies and the PBMs refused to accept that form, then he, after 3 or 4 times of faxing it to them, he did the prior authorization, and he sent the insurance company and the PBMs a bill, and then he turned around and sued them, and guess what? They paid the bill because it was really pretty nominal, but that's precedent, folks. That is precedent set on physicians being paid for prior authorizations. So look, no one's getting rich off prior authorizations other than, wait for it, these fools right here. I mean, I was on a conference call with Dr. Bach and a medical director of a Medicare Disadvantage plan 2 days ago. The medical director has no idea that we're being sent 7 pages to prior authorized methotrexate. The pharmacist made a huge fool out of herself, and she's like, well, with these doses, we have to make sure it's not an anti-abortion drug. Girl, bye. All Medicare Advantage patients, for the most part, or most of them are 65 plus. So no one's trying to, family plan with methotrexate. And the doses we use are so low. I mean, this is like a non-thing. So the pharmacist that works for the Medicare Disadvantage plan, they just don't understand rheumatology, and we shouldn't have to prior authorize inexpensive drugs.
Well, and a lot of the time, whenever we're doing a peer-to-peer, it's not even someone with the same specialty.
It's not even a physician. I've seen tons of peer-to-peers go with an LPN, an RN. No hate on LPNs and RNs, because I'm not even credentialed like that. I'm just a practice manager and a bathroom monitor, but I have been to college and I've had a couple of big jobs, and I am a bitch on a broomstick when it comes to these people. But I will not let Dr. Bach do a peer-to-peer unless it's another MD or DO, because we're not going to take him out of service so he can talk to some pharmacy tech. That's usually who it is, a pharmacy tech. Look, I was one time a pharmacy tech when we were contemplating putting a physician dispensing pharmacy in here. It's literally, if you have like $30 and you can get fingerprinted and you haven't been arrested for something stupid, you can be a pharmacy tech. It's not hard.
Well, and if people are concerned about patients not getting their treatment, they should be more so concerned with Dr. Bach being pulled away from taking care of the patients than us not sending.
I mean, run the numbers on this. The amount of times he's got to be pulled out of a room to fill out a stupid prior authorization forms. If the insurance companies and the PBMs, we already sent them the chart notes. Why don't they scrub it and fill out and answer their own questions? 7 pages for methotrexate? Get out of here. Get out.
Well, and if they don't have my medical records, where are they? Where did you
Well, they're
put
floating
them?
around India, they're floating around China, they're offshore doing God knows what with all of our medical information. So,
Which I didn't agree to, but we got to go back to work. We'll
Yes.
be back.
see you guys.
Fiddlestick.